Hello everybody, and welcome to my video review of Transformers The Last Knight, Optimus Prime. And you probably would know I haven't done a Transformer review in a long time. In fact, I don't think I've done one at all. If I have done one, I don't think I've ever posted them. But this is a review that I have started to get back into Transformers because I saw The Last Knight, and despite what people may think, my opinion, I thought it was amazing. Definitely the best out of the movies, in my opinion. So I decided I was going to review a few of them. I already have a couple Transformers The Last Knight toys, but I will be getting Megatron soon, and I will probably also be getting Masterpiece Bumblebee. So that'll be really cool to get, to review and everything. It should be really fun. So, today I have Optimus Prime. Before we get down to the actual Big Bot himself, let's take a look at the packaging. So, we have a really nice picture of the Transformers logo right here. This is the Premier Edition, and we have a very nice picture of Optimus Prime right here. Of course, this is a good Optimus Prime, not Nemesis Prime, due to the blue eyes. And let's just take a nice little look at there. We have the Last Knight logo right there. And it says Voyager class right there. And you have a little bit of a poster here showing Optimus and a little Grimlock. Transforms in 30 steps. And it says here, Earth's greatest protector. However, we know that's not the case in the movie. But here we have Optimus with the beautiful sword. I can only suggest that this is the Star Saber, even though they never actually called it that. I like calling it the Star Saber, but that's just me. So, that's basically it for the box. And now, let's get down to the actual Big Bot himself. And so here we have Optimus Prime himself, and oh my goodness, I can't believe how beautiful this alternate mode looks. I just love everything about this thing. So we have a beautiful, it's not even painted blue. This is actually just a very nice, shiny plastic. And I know this because I look around it, and it's like it's all the way around. It might be paint, but it doesn't look like it. And we do have painted flames, and the flames are painted there very nicely. I love that. We have a very nice Autobot symbol right here. And we also have one on the front of the grill. You can see that right there. Whoops. Come on, focus. There we go. Little Autobot symbol right there. And there's a lot of silver paint on this thing. And I love all the silver paint. We have a little silver paint down here. Across here. We have a little up front. I wish that they did do it for the smokestacks in the back area, but it is just a dull gray color, and down here it's dull gray as well. Again, you can take off the shield, and you can get a little bit of his robot mode, but it's not that bad. It kind of works. Here we have his shield. I wish it was more accurate to the movie when it comes to color, but it is what it is, and it's a little smaller than I would have hoped, but it still looks very accurate if the color scheme was right. This does double as his gun and shield at the same time. It does fire from the front in the movie. The toy doesn't really do it, seeing as it's just hollow. So we can just move that out of the way. And you can see there's a little slit right here, which actually, like a little hole right here, which actually does something in the robot mode, which is really cool. And on the back, I just noticed this right now while recording, but they actually have the chains molded in along the back. There's a bunch of chains holding, and that's actually a very nice little detail. I like how they did that. So that's basically it for that. You at the bottom, you can see this is where he holds his sword, which again, I wish it's really stuck in there. Hold on a minute. Oh my gosh, it's like really stuck in there. Oh, there we go. Which pegs in this little slot right here. And here he is. There it is. The sword. And again, I wish it was painted a little better. I mean, it has orange everywhere, which is very movie inaccurate. I could be wrong. Maybe it did glow orange once in one scene, but I don't remember. But, Okay, it's not that bad because it kind of resembles his blades from Revenge of the Fallen, which I did really like. So we move that out of the way. And we have all of his robot kibble. You can clearly see the hands down there. You can see the feet. You can see the legs. But again, I'm not going to be displaying Optimus on his side, so it does not bother me. What does bother me... actually, take it back. It does not bother me about this figure, but it bothers me about another figure, and I'll get back to that. The size on this figure is actually very, very nice. I like how it feels. It actually has a little bit of weight to it, and it makes it feel very nice. And just to bring in a size comparison, here he is with Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, and you get to see how much bigger he is. And this is also a Voyager class. This is another Voyager class, but compared to this guy, he's simply puny. Looking at that and seeing how much more accurate this is. In fact, this is almost the size of a deluxe class figure, and it kind of bothers me about this. But all in all, I'm pretty sure that the original Voyager was probably a little bigger than this, but this is the Robots in Disguise Voyager. Honestly, out of the two, this one totally takes the cake for being the better vehicle mode. I really like this. So, time to get in to the transformation. And transforming him is very simple, but also fun. However, there is one part that I'm going to have to warn you about, but we'll tell you about that when we get there. The easiest way to start this transformation is to just take the whole top piece right here and pop it up. And this part will get in the way a little bit in the transformation, but what can you do? What you do after that is you want to pop these sides open on either side. Then you want to fold it in on itself like this. Do it on this side, you fold it in, then you fold it onto the back of the car mode, like so. It should rest simply there. And then you just want to unpick this whole area. You just grab this part and you split it like that. And then you grab this part and you split that up like that. Do it like that, it should be like a big train wreck in the front of the car. Then what you want to do is you want to flip these a little this way just to get them out of the way. And you want to grab this whole construction right here. And you want to unpeg it from this little tab right here. It's going to unpeg and it's going to come down like that. You're going to do this on either side. Just like that. Bring it down. So there is that part. Then what you want to do on both sides, right now we'll be working on the legs. On the back here, you just want to take this assembly, split it apart, and then these parts are on ball joints and we'll flip and wrap around the leg like that. And once again, on this side, it will flip and wrap around the leg like that. Alright, now this is a part, now I have to warn you about this part because this part could be tricky, and I actually did break this on the original toy. This is actually a replacement that I got. I wasn't careful and I broke it, so this is something I need to tell you about. You're supposed to pull this foot outward. But when I did it, it snapped at the hinge right here, and I looked and it is a little bit of a brittle piece of plastic holding this piece down. So what I like to do, I like to put one finger on here and press it down just to keep it nice and steady, and then you use your other hand and you pop it out like that while keeping this held down, just to make sure nothing gets broken. After you pull that out, you wrap the foot around, and this little peg right here should go into this little slot right here, like so. Then you come and you have this huge piece of truck. What you want to do is you want to pop that out. You want to flip it around like that. Then you want to take this assembly and you want to rotate it up, and it should peg into the leg. And this leg is done. So you do the same thing on the other side. You put one of your thumbs there or a finger there, and you push the foot down. Flip it around, peg it in right there, take this piece, flip it around, bring this whole assembly up, and plug it in. And now both of his legs are done. And now what you want to do is you want to take the upper part right here, and you want to completely twist it around. And here you have this big assembly right up here. So what you want to do next is you want to split the arms apart, like so. And you want to bring them down, kind of get them out of the way. Just like that. And there's these little parts right here that you want to bring up. And you just want to plug it into the arm like that. And you do that on this side as well. So you take this part, you plug it into the arm. Then what you want to do is that these shoulder pieces are actually plugged in here. You want to pop them out, and you want to bring them around the arm, just like that. And then this part right here, this little peg, will peg into this slot right back here. It doesn't peg in very well, but it does stay there. It's kind of like a soft tab. So this part here into that part there, just like that. You do the same thing on this arm. You pull out the shoulder pad, putting it around. Plug that arm in like that. Straighten out the arms a bit. And then the last parts are coming up. What you want to do is you want to take this backpack right here. And you can see that there are actually two little tabs right here that will slot into these holes up here. So this will come down. See if you can get a good look at that. It's going to come around like that. Make sure everything lines up. Put it like that, and it should plug in just like that. Alright. And now, for the final parts, what you want to do is you want to get his head out of there. So what you're just going to flip the head up out of its little chest. And you want to take the chest, and you want to bring it up, and it will snap in right there. Final step that you have to do is you take his pecs, and you pop them upward. Like that, and Optimus is done. So here he is. And so here is Optimus Prime transformed in his robot mode, and it looks amazing. I really love how this robot mode had turned out. The paint on this is so nice. There's so much silver. There are some flaws, but they're minor, but I will get into them anyway. It's just so nice. I just love how this thing looks. One of the problems, though, is that the chest does not have the flames on it, and neither do the lower arms. But it's not that bad. I really do like how this looks. I wish this part right here was blue, because it was blue in the movie. This whole armor piece right there was blue. There's a little bit of dull gunmetal, but even that actually has a nice little shine to it. And all in all, this is a very nice figure. I'd go as far as to saying that this here is undoubtedly my favorite Voyager class Optimus we have so far. And it just looks very nice how we have these smokestacks up here. We have the armor here, which is, it folds out when the arm goes up, so we have a little bit of room for posability there. We have the nice battle skirt here, and it just looks so amazing. As for articulation, the head's on a ball joint, so you can get some range of motion. It goes side to side, up and down, kind of on a swivel. It's on a ball joint, so if these parts weren't in the way, it would make for better poses. But you can get some head movement out of that, so it's not that bad. There is a hinge joint right here, so it does go up and down. There is a upper arm swivel, as you can see, and the arm does bend at the elbow. No wrist articulation, but it doesn't matter. These parts, of course, are on a little joint up there, so it goes up and down. So same thing on here, same thing on each side of the arm is just the same articulation. The legs have a I think it's a double hinge. Yeah, the double hinge joint right here. It can go up, it can go down, it can go out and in. They could bend at the leg, but not very much, because there's a lot of robot kibble back here, a lot of truck kibble back here, and it also has a upper leg swivel, so that's good. So you can get some nice poses out of this guy. Legs have no articulation, however, they're just kind of stuck in there. It would have been cool if they had a little ball joint or something, or at least a little hinge joint right there would have sufficed. On the back, he does have a bit of a backpack and a little bit of robot kibble, car kibble down here, truck kibble. But, you know, it's not as bad compared to other Optimus Primes I've seen. This figure actually is a lot better than the leader class that we're going to be getting, in my opinion. The leader class has a huge backpack. I mean, the entire back of the truck just, like, rests up back there, and it just, really bothers me. But we can go ahead and we'll bring in Transformers Prime Optimus, and again, he just towers over this guy. Well, not exactly. As you can see, he actually no, he doesn't really tower. He's just a lot bulkier. He looks so much better, by the way. I do like the design from the Prime show, but this toy itself looks better than this toy. I never liked the translucent blue on this. I didn't like the dull gray in the middle section here. This could have been painted red. If so, that could have saved it for me, but this is a much better figure, in my opinion. I just love this thing so much. And he does have his accessories. He has a sword, which you could plug into his hand, like so. And he has his shield, which you can plug into his forearm right here in this little peg hole right there. Just get it to work for me. Just plug in right there. So we can have his shield and his sword. And you know, you can get some pretty cool poses from this guy. If this little leg down here, that's a little problem, but you know, there's some cool articulation with this guy. You can get some really nice poses. And when you're not using his sword, this is what I was talking about in truck mode, that there was like a little, let me fix this right here. There was a little slot in the back. You can kind of see it right in there. You can actually take the sword, stick it through there, and he actually has a sheath. A sheath? I think that's the right word for it. A storage compartment for his sword. And sadly, he doesn't have one for his shield in this mode. But he could just hold that on his arm. And that looks absolutely amazing. Like, having this guy displayed with his sword on his back, I actually think looks even cooler than he does when he's holding the sword. Just have him, like, posing this way, showing off the shield. That just looks amazing. And this is an amazing figure for only being, I think it's like, what, $26 maybe. But it's so good. I love this so much. And I highly recommend this. I give this figure an 8.5 out of 10. Just because of the robot kibble on the back and lack of articulation in the feet. But it is something that I definitely recommend that you should go pick up. I'm not a sponsor for Hasbro, but I am just a fan that knows his Transformers and loves this figure. So you can go ahead and pick him up. Anyway, I have been Takunanuva. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Goodbye!